So the first thing is that you need to know your outcome. Right? So what is your goal? Is your goal like be successful is not really a tangible goal because what does that mean? But let's say you want to hit a certain income level, or you want to lead a team, or you want to write a book, whatever it is. Just figure out what your goal is. So know your outcome. Then you need to take action. So one of the reasons Tony Robbins is so popular is that he will actually kind of force you. Um, he's very imposing, but he'll force you, even in this program, to do something towards that goal. Anything, but you have to do it today. So let's say it's that you want to hit an income level. Have you called? Have you made your calls today? Have you written notes? Have you talked to anyone? Have you added anyone to your database? Have you done work today? And on top of that, you want to get to that income level. Have you, like, do you know your numbers? Do you know how much you make per sale? Do you know what your, like, if it's a realtor, what your commission rate is? If you are a lender listening, do you know what your percentage on a deal is? Right? So, or whatever your metric is, do you know those numbers? And so what I love about Buffini, we actually know how many people we have to talk to get one lead, and then how many leads we need to get a sale, right? So it's very clearly laid out. So when people are like, oh, like I just don't have, I don't have the business, I don't have this, I'll ask. I'm like, have you called everyone you know? You have like no one's left on your database to call, and that's why you're upset. I've never had someone say, yes, I have made all my calls, right? Because it's just, you don't think of that. But if you are specific and you take action and you can write out the actions, I had to do this today. I had to do this with Kathleen Black, with their program. I had to write out my 5 business goals, like top business goals, my 5 personal business goals. I had to like go into detail about them. And then I had to write out 10 action steps that I had to take for each of these goals. Very cool. Plus, if you're like me and you like highlighting things, ah, writing them out and then getting it done, like highlighting it, crossing it off the list, it is such an endorphin hit. Like it's so good. So you take action, then you pay attention. So this is success formula. Okay. So we're only on number 3 of 4. So know your outcome, take action, pay attention. Is it working? Tony gives the example that like an airline flight, like a commercial flight or any flight, but he talks about a commercial flight, is off course most of the time as it's getting to his destination, but it still arrives at the destination. And the reason is that you're always course correcting, but you can't course correct if you're not paying attention, right? So let's say you are making all these calls, but it turns out the people you're reaching out to hate the phone. They hate it. They think the phone is awful. So the phone calls aren't really going to help you. So look, if you look at my earlier example, I said, like, you don't have to call everyone. You could send an email, you could do a text, you could do a voice note. So try to pay attention to what's landing and the results of that, because you can always be shifting. The key is if your goal is connection, then you just figure out how does the person want to be connected with, right? Because it's not about us, it's actually about them. And then if you do find out that it's not working, is number 4, change your approach. So you just keep changing it until it works. So know your outcome, take massive action, pay attention, and change your results until you get the results you want. Um, it sounds so simple. I literally have it written in front of my desk because I absolutely love it. Because here's the thing, we all have goals, we all have things that we want, but if you can get specific on those and create a plan, the sky is the limit.